Hi, it's Melanie from Wando Mount Pleasant Library, and today we're going to be making scrunchies for your hair, and we're going to be hand sewing them. So I'll just show you what you need to do this little project. First you'll need some material, and I've just found some scrap material here. It's very handy when you're making scrunchies as long as you have the right length. The length of the scrap should be 22 inches and the width is 3.5. So some material. You're going to need some elastic, and this is, I think, 1/4 inch elastic. So 1/4 inch elastic, kind of hard to get sometimes, especially because everybody's making masks at the moment, but you only need 9 inches. So 9 inches of elastic to make a scrunchie, some little pins to pin down the fabric while you're sewing it, needle and thread, a tape measure, some scissors, and last but not least, a safety pin. So that's what you need, and I'll show you how to make it. So the first thing you do, you fold the material in half so that the underside is showing. So fold it in half like that, and then you grab your little pins and you're just going to pin it along to keep it all in place. The edge, pin it along the edge, and you just do this all the way along till you get to the end, just spacing them out a few inches at a time. And this is just to hold the material together whilst you hand sew it so that it has a nice straight line. And then to do the sewing, I just pinned down here actually. So you can do a back stitch, which will be a bit of a stronger stitch to hold the scrunchie together. But today we're just going to do a simple running stitch. So come in from behind with your needle. And then a running stitch is really easy because you just go through the back, don't pull it all the way through the front again, through the back again. So kind of like a little concertina type thing, like a little accordion. And then after you've got a few little folds, you just pull the cotton through, trying to get it caught on your finger. And then you've got 3 stitches. So you just do that running stitch all the way along the edge until you get to the very end. Once you have all your stitches all the way along the edge, tie it off at the end so you have a nice knot. And then you're going to attach your safety pin to one end, and this is how you fold through the scrunchie so it's right side out. So you push the safety pin through and work it through till it gets to the other side. So it's just a matter of working it all the way through. It's a little bit fiddly, but it's not that difficult. It's like a caterpillar. Here he comes. Caterpillar coming out of his cocoon. So it's just a matter of fiddling with it a bit and inching it along. Careful not to break your stitches, and almost there. Just working it through. Ta-da! Okay, so now it's right side out. Next step is to attach the same safety pin to the elastic, the 9 inches of elastic, and you're just going to thread that through as well. So push it in one end and hold it with your hand on one side, and then just work it through. It seems like a lot of material, but because it's all going to be caught up in that 9 inches of elastic, so that's what makes it all scrunchy. Hence the name Scrunchie, I suppose. Just going to work it down, and then you need to grab the 2 ends of elastic, so make sure you've got a good grip on them. Take off the safety pin, and we're just going to tie a knot. You can sew the elastic together if you want, but I find most of the scrunchies I've made that a good tight knot works just as well. And you can see the scrunchie starting to take shape. And then the final step to your scrunchie, because you can't leave these ends undone, is to tuck the folds, tuck them under the ends, sorry, so that they're folded, so they look a bit neater. Tuck that, and then do the same to the other side. And then one end is going to go inside the other, like so. Make sure the elastic's in there too, like so. And then you're just going to sew the same. You can do a same running stitch, or again a back stitch if you want extra strength, across the middle there. And you won't see the stitches, especially if you use a cotton that's the same colour as the material, because when it's all scrunched together, it hides the stitches. And here's one I made earlier, just to show you what the finished product looks like. And you can't even see really the fold. And that's your hair scrunchie.